These are discs of puff pastry. I've made the puff pastry, and you can come and learn how to make puff pastry on one of my pastry courses. Full details are on the website. I'm just marking with a cutter about halfway down into the pastry. I'm not cutting all the way through because I want the outside to rise up more than the inside. And what I'm also going to do is just dock the middle with a fork for the exact same reason. Now you can really be imaginative with the filling. I wanted to do an elderberry, pickled elderberry jam, but the elderberries are not out, well, they're not ripe yet. So I've got some homemade red onion marmalade. You can buy a jar of this if you want to cheat, or you can do something else entirely. But this is just giving you an idea of how you can make a really nice, simple tart. Look amazing, eat amazing, and it's nice and simple. I'm not going overboard on this because I don't want the sweetness of this marmalade to overpower the pigeon, which is the wild thing that's going to go on here. I also have some goat's cheese. It's just a log of chev that I'm going to pop a piece in the middle of each of these tarts. Again, you could use feta. You really can do whatever takes you fancy. And then I have a few walnuts that I've just crushed and I've seasoned. Going to pop some of these in the middle, and then the whole thing is going to go into a hot oven for 20-25 minutes to cook. Oh, lastly, I'm going to egg wash around the edge of my tarts to give them a nice glaze using some egg yolk. So here I've got a really nice plump wood pigeon crown that was shot locally. There are loads of pigeons around at this time of year, especially harvest time, eating all the beans and other crops from the field. So the farmers are really keen that these tasty birds are kept under control. So we have plenty, and they're on the menu at the moment. I've got a nice chunky bit of garlic that I've just not peeled, but I've smacked with the back of the knife, and a nice bit of freshly picked thyme from the garden. So I've got a pan of oil, you can see that smoking away there, and I'm just going to sear the wood pigeon on all sides, but adding the herbs to flavour the oil at the same time. Getting browned on all the sides, but I'm just going to add this rather large knob of butter to let this sizzle and foam around the pigeon. It's going to take on the flavours of the garlic and the herbs, and I'm just going to spoon that over and around the breast and the inside of the crown to add a flavour and moisture to the meat. Now I'm going to pop it into the oven for 7 or 8 minutes. I've got my puff pastry tart with the goat's cheese, walnuts and red onion marmalade, and then this lovely pigeon that's come out of the oven. It's been rested. It had about 8 minutes cooking time, and that really is cooked beautifully. I'm only going to use half of it per plate. Just get that. Oh, look at that. So pop that, sorry, onto our plate there. And then I have some leaves that came from the allotment, and this is damson vinegar that I have recently made It's not quite ready yet, but oops, it's as good as. So I'm just going to use that to dress the leaves. A little bit of salt. Give these leaves a stir. Look at that beautiful colour of the vinegar. And then just pop a few next to the pigeon on the plate.